When you walk into any childcare center, what do you see? It's this world of vibrant chaos, right? Kids are playing, they're laughing, they're learning. But underneath all that amazing energy, there's this invisible world of structure, a hidden architecture of care that shapes every single moment of their day. So let's dive in and take a look at that hidden world together.
It's a fantastic question, isn't it? Because what looks like just fun and games is actually this incredibly complex and deliberate system. In this explainer, we are going to pull back the curtain and show you the meticulous blueprint that really turns a daycare into a foundation for growth.
So let's start right at the beginning of the day. Our first section is all about how even the most basic, everyday routines are actually turned into these huge learning opportunities. We're talking personal care, where those first big steps toward independence are so carefully guided.
And it often kicks off with one of the biggest toddler milestones of all, potty training. This is not just about ditching diapers. It's treated like a formal partnership between parents and caregivers, all guided by a written policy that everybody agrees on. It's a total team effort right from day one.
So here's the core of it, this highly structured framework. It's all built on consistency, taking the child to the bathroom every hour and a half like clockwork. It's built on positivity, praising them even for just trying to sit. And maybe most importantly, it's built on a calm, totally shame-free response when accidents happen, because they will.
And check out the amazing support system that holds this all together. That partnership gets formalized with a signed policy. Progress is tracked and shared every day through an app so parents are always in the loop. And behind the scenes, hygiene is just non-negotiable. Every single potty chair is sanitized after every single use.
And you see this same deliberate approach with oral care. The methods literally evolve right alongside the kids. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing. For the littlest infants, it's a gentle gum wiping with gauze. Toddlers get help from the staff with just a tiny rice grain-sized bit of toothpaste. By preschool, they're using a pea-sized amount with supervision. And for the school-age kids, it's all about encouraging that independence, with just a bit of oversight.
And again, just look at the details here. Every single toothbrush is labeled, no mix-ups. They're stored so they can air dry properly, and they're systematically replaced every 3 months. It's this incredible, meticulous attention to detail that really defines the whole system.
All right, so after a busy morning of activities, we get to the midday reset, nap time. But as you're about to see, this is so much more than just a break in the day. It's actually a carefully managed health and safety procedure, and it's orchestrated with, scientific precision.
Okay, I'm just going to put a number on the screen. 18 inches. What could that possibly mean? Seems so specific, maybe even a little random, but it is one of the most important measurements of the entire day.
That's it. 18 inches is the absolute minimum distance between children's cots. And for cribs, it's even more, 2 feet. Now, this isn't about personal space. It's a core strategy to stop germs from spreading and to make sure every single child has a safe, protected place to rest.
And that spacing, that's just one piece of a much larger protocol. The cots are arranged head to toe so kids aren't breathing right in each other's faces. They're disinfected after every use. Blankets go home every Friday to be washed. And if a child is out for the day, their cot gets sanitized before anyone else can use it.
All this talk about hygiene brings us to our next big idea, the unseen shield that protects every child. It's this relentless, constant cycle of cleaning that, honestly, most people probably never even notice.
So, have you ever heard the term mouthed toys? It's an industry term for, exactly what it sounds like. And there's a super strict protocol for them. The moment a toy goes into a child's mouth, it is immediately taken out of play and set aside to be cleaned with a bleach solution. No exceptions.
And this extends to pretty much everything. Just think about the sheer scale of this operation. In the infant and toddler rooms, all the toys are disinfected daily. Bathrooms? At least once a day. Even things like thermometers and pacifiers get disinfected between each use. And then, once a week, a special sanitizing machine is used in every single classroom. It's a truly constant, multi-layered defense.
But this intense structure, it's not static. It can't be. It has to adapt. As the children grow, the architecture of care evolves right along with them. The focus starts to shift from that direct, hands-on support to intentionally building up their self-reliance and independence.
And this comparison just shows that shift perfectly. So for the preschoolers, a teacher goes with all of them to the restroom, gives them direct help. But for the school-age kids, the goal is empowerment. They're supervised, sure, but they have way more independence.
The staff's role really changes from caregiver to more of a facilitator.
And that idea of empowerment is built into their whole experience. They start their day with meetings to plan their own activities. They get homework help, they dive into STEM and art, and they even have discussions about character development. And, maybe best of all, they have monthly input meetings where they get to choose future topics, games, and books. They actually become the architects of their own learning.
So after seeing all of this, the super detailed potty training partnerships, that precise 18-inch rule for nap time, the strict mouthed toy procedure, it all becomes incredibly clear. These aren't just a random list of rules.
They are the very architecture of care. Every tiny meticulous detail is a deliberate choice. It's a brick being laid to build a foundation of health and safety and growth for every single child. It's the invisible structure that makes that whole visible world of play possible.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Now that you've seen the hidden blueprint, from the spacing of cots to the sanitizing of toys, what's the one detail that you'll just never be able to look at the same way again?